This House would abolish death penalty in all jurisdictions. This means all jurisdictions around the world. We would abolish and we would go against death penalty. And why is this so? Death penalty is old and uncivilized penalty that is not or has lost its effectiveness in modern world. Because simply what it does, it's just kill and full stop. And it is harming the principle that we said the most, out loud the most, which is humanity. The principle that it harms is humanity. Because killing people would go in a good motion with the saying, two wrongs do not make a right. By killing a guilty people, we do not portray the image that what government has been saying out loud, peace and civilized, peace and civilized, because it is simply just killing them, and it do not give deterrent impact to society, because the person killed will just be out of the question and no one gonna remember it again, which do not give an effect of scare to the society. And this is what punishment is about, to give a feeling of, no, I'm not gonna do it because I'm gonna get penalty and it is bad. By killing them, stories end. But if you put them on jail, once they come out, the story gonna be big again, and see a serial killer come out after 80 years in jail. That would give an awe effect to the society that, oh, I'm not gonna do the same mistake because the punishment is very much awful. And I think that is what government is trying to do, to make a civilized and modern society. And with that, it would lead to show that the government is being a hypocrite, because they, like what I mentioned before, they said that we should portray peace and etc. and humanity and civilized, and now they're basically killing people just to show that it gives a punishment. And yeah?
So, what I don't understand is, like, these people have committed heinous crimes, and why can't we just kill them for the sake of the fact that what have they done before?
By killing them, do not show any different. It's just they're dead. That's it. It do not portray an image that that is bad. It's just killing and killing, which goes back again to two wrongs do not make one right, which is something basically unaccepted in modern world, where people should do things based on explanation and understanding, not just you're wrong, you're killed, cut his head off. That would be good during the night periods on 14th to 15th century, but not on today's world. And putting people in jail, like what I said, putting them in jail is making them live without parole. That is what we want to focus on. Put them live without parole. It's like we rob their rights to live because they have done their mistake. And that is the point. By just putting the, and then we should punish them basically on the numbers of mistakes they have done accordingly, based on the stated law. And then again, life without parole is a very bad thing. And we are putting them away from society with maximum security, depending again on their fault and etc. And that is good enough. And I think that is what the government as an organization wants to do, to basically put this criminal off the society and make it a very peaceful place.
If death is so not an option for Western government, then why do we see Western government invading, say, Sierra Leone to protect people from genociders?
Genociders are not death penalty. Listen, they are a very different thing. Death penalty happens in a civilized world where government consider people who are wrong to be killed. Remember, genocidal is where you just kill because they happen to have different opinion. That is the point that they should pay attention on. Genocidal is killing people just because they have different opinion, because I'm this and you're that, you're gone. We are saying that people who are wrong is being penalized by this way, to give them the feeling of being robbed away. So they are put in a room where they lost all their rights, all the civil rights to vote, civil rights to meet their family, to talk to their friends, go on for a movie, and etc. Because by simply killing them, won't give a sufficient feeling of peaceful society, because boom, they're dead. That's it. And we can see that even by killing, by giving that penalty to all these terrorists that have recently happened in Jakarta, do not stop terrorists from being a terrorist. That has just shown that that penalty is not working anymore, and would definitely go against the image of civilized and etc. Yeah.
Why, as a government, you pick the definition of humane and objective? Because it's the victim's right to choose so.
Victim's right. That is, we have judged here. We don't ask the victim's family to decide on their penalty. That is why we have judge, and that is why we have courts of law. Because we just don't. No, the thing is that we can't just assume, so because I am wrong, I should decide what should we do. Again, we are modern people. That is why we have judge, that is why we have court. We can't just simply decide. Not everyone understands law. And what is the point of giving it to people? You just ask people to do the most. And remember, the thing is that it won't be an effective jail, because one people would say, you know what, let me give them 15 years. But one would be so kind, no, they're that nice, let's just give them 2 months in jail. That is not the point of law. That is why we have judge, that is why we have law. So that it is uniform and it affects all kind of people around the country. Okay, so with that, I would say again that penalty should be abolished, because it has shown no effectiveness in any kind of circumstances, and it just shows a brutal image of our civilized past. With that, I would rest my case. Thank you.